So in this video, we're going to talk about leash reactivity. Now, first thing I want to cover is just because a dog is leash reactive doesn't mean it's aggressive. But the one thing you have to understand is we don't want to find that out here. We don't want dogs meeting leash to leash. That is a recipe for disaster here. That's what play groups are for. That's what we're here for. We'll do that on an individual basis when needed. So we have in the policies normally, we try to keep a keep a 10-foot distance away from other people that are walking dogs. But if you have a red collar dog and the dog you understand is either a hard puller or barks or lunges at another dog, I would say keep that distance to about 20, maybe even 30 feet. Keep it back. See, prevention is a huge cure when it comes to leash reactivity because dogs do what is called rehearsed behavior. Every time they do a behavior, they tend to, well, do it again. So every time a dog pulls on a leash, they get better at it, then they pull harder. That's why you find dogs in a kennel environment, when they pull 20 times worse than a pet dog because everyone takes them out, lets them pull, and they're just ready to go. They lean their whole body into it. And so we want to stop that with stop, stay, change directions. That's another video. So in this video, what I'm trying to explain to you is keep your distance. There's what I call a breaking point for leash reactivity, and that may be 30, it may be 40 feet. But you'll know because your dog should see another dog and kind of look at it, and right before it goes to go after that dog, that's where that breaking point is, and that's how far you need to keep your dog away from other dogs. So very important. Now, I want to give you a quick tip because I've seen this a few times. People are walking dogs right here that are pulling them while checking their cell phone. And if you've ever wanted to get your wrist broke, get your face drug across the concrete because you weren't paying attention, maybe get pulled, drop your cell phone and break it, all of those are bad scenarios. But you know what's the worst scenario? You not paying attention because you're on that cell phone and it bites another dog, or you get too close, or it pulls and runs out of our facility. So I recommend no cell phones at all. You don't need a cell phone, right? That's why I got an Apple Watch, so I don't pull out my iPhone while I'm walking a dog. Now, you may not want an Apple Watch, that's fine. Heck, you may not want to do that, but you still want to keep your cell phone in your pocket. It will save you and your dog a lot of heartache. Now, last but not least, what do we do if one of our dogs go level 10, barking, lunging, going crazy at another dog? Here's what we don't want to do. We don't want to stand there and let the other dog walk by. That's not a good idea. All right? If you have a dog and it starts lunging and going after another dog or gets reactive on the leash at all, you take that leash, turn, and walk the opposite direction of where the other dog is until your dog calms down. That may be to the end of this driveway, it may be around the building, it may be all the way down another hallway. It doesn't matter, that's irrelevant, but you need to turn and walk away so we prevent rehearsed behavior and teach the dog to de-escalate. And matter of fact, that's what leash reactivity is. The dog saying, I don't want this dog in my space where I'm gonna go after it. So we're saying, you know what, you don't have to go after it, let me walk the other way. So those are some tips on leash reactivity. Keep those in mind. You may wanna watch this video a couple of times, but the key points here, keep 20 to 30 feet away from other dogs when your dog is leash reactive. Stay off those dang cell phones. And if your dog ever gets crazy and starts lunging or pulling really hard, it's very simple. Turn and walk the opposite way that they're pulling away from the other dog, and you'll be fine. So there you go, and we'll see you guys in the next video.